What is happening, people? How's everybody doing? That's good to hear. Yeah, I know I hadn't made a video in a few days here. We had to do some work down at our property out of state in a classified top secret blah 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 blah, you know. Yeah, I was wanting to do some videos while I was down there, but 3 hours into the brush hog and I'm like, I don't think this is going to happen. Anyway, start off today with we just reached 50 subscribers. That is awesome. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It really, really does. So I appreciate it. Thank you all. What I wanted to talk about today was, actually I wanted to make this a few days ago. But you know, life, well, it is what it is. I spoke, I don't even remember what video it was now, a couple weeks ago, as far as financing, investing, things like that. You know, when the stock market goes down, the precious metals go up, and when the stock market goes up, the precious metals go down. Well, there's something odd happening right now. The stock market has been climbing ever since, what, that initial dump in April or whatever, you know, coronavirus, oh no. But ever since then, it's been steadily creeping up. In fact, I think it was 2 weeks ago, the S&P hit an all-time high in the middle of a global pandemic. So that's kind of odd in itself. It's like you got people out of work. You've got, supposedly the economy's hurting. And the stock market is supposed to be a direct representation of the economy. And then at the same time that the stock market's going up, you've got the price of precious metals going up. I don't know what they are today. I didn't look, but I know a couple days ago silver was 26, 27 an ounce something. Gold was 19, mid 19s or something an ounce. Back last year, yeah, you could have got silver $14 to $17 an ounce. Gold was been hovering around like the 1,300 an ounce for a while. So what is going on? All you guys know that when you reach in your pocket and you pull out a $20 bill, that $20 bill is not worth the paper that it's printed on. And I say worth, okay, not what you can exchange it for. Okay, there's a difference. What it's worth, what its value is. If you look on it, it will say this is legal tender, this is a promissory note, okay? So it is actually not real money. It's not backed by anything. Back in the day, you could take a $5 bill, a $10 bill, whatever, and go to the bank and actually exchange that for $5 worth of silver or $10 worth of silver or whatever it was, or the gold. Okay, it was actually backed by gold, so you could actually go get that amount of gold out of the bank. It's not like that anymore. Nixon took us off the gold standard back in blah blah blah, you know. But anyway, yeah, that cash, it's not really worth anything. People understand it to have worth because you can take that $20 bill and get $20 in gas, or you can get $20 in groceries, or whatever it is. You can go to the store and you can use it. But it is not directly tied to any kind of true money. Think something that is worth, something that has value. It's not tied to anything. It's worth that $20 because the Federal Reserve says it's worth $20, and that's it. So, what we're seeing in the stock market and the precious metals, a result of the stimulus check, the extra $600 a week unemployment benefits, all the trillions of dollars they spent under the first package. Because you can't just make money out of thin air. It doesn't work like that. That's how you get inflation, okay? You know, hear your grandparents talk about being able to buy a loaf of bread for a nickel. Well, yeah, you can't touch a loaf of bread, a cheap loaf of bread, for $1.30 now or something. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so as the dollar becomes worth less, things cost more, okay? So it's not that, how can I explain it? You guys probably already know where I'm going. The price of the bread hasn't really gone up because back then people were making $5 an hour or something, you know, $3, $4 an hour. As far as that ratio, income to cost, I don't know, I haven't gotten to the analytics of it, but it's pretty close. In fact, you can kind of look across the board if you take silver. Silver's a pretty good indicator. Go back early 1900s, the price of silver, and you can find the old advertisements for Winchester lever action and how much it cost, and compare it, and you look at a Winchester lever action today and the price of silver, they're kind of close. Right now we got a bump in those precious metals for some reason, but you got to look at that average. I can't remember where I was reading that. I wish I could remember where I could tell you guys, but it kind of shocked me. They had the little graph, you know, we like pretty pictures, right, with lots of color. And they had the graph showing everything there, and it was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Yeah, it's like we can kind of expect our kids, if our kids are making 100 grand, that sounds great right now, but it's not going to mean the same thing. So is that what this is? The Federal Reserve dumped an extra, what was the bill, a $3 trillion bill, the first one? Into the economy to help out the economy, to help out people. Well, everything has a cause and effect, right? For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So is that what we're seeing? Are we going to start seeing the price of blah start to go up? In fact, my brother, I was talking to him yesterday, and we were talking about construction, and he's like, have you looked to see the price of a 2x4? I was like, no, I haven't had to buy any for a couple months. He's like, yeah, they're wanting $4 and $5 a piece for a 2x4. I said, a stud, you know, an 8-footer, you know, what, those of you that build know what I'm talking about. He said, yeah. I was like, that, and there ain't no way, because you could buy them, yeah, 6 months ago, buy them all day long, $2.50 to $3, depending on grade and all that other crap. So you're seeing some price difference, but the thing is, like, gas is still $2 to $2.20 a gallon, but the price per barrel is like at 48. That's pretty darn low. So I don't know, there's a lot of weird crap. Once again, 2020, we've talked about it before. This has been a weird year. And if we put on our tinfoil hats for a minute, it's very easy to think like, okay, something's going on. Something's coming down the pike. You know, what in the world is going on? We've got the elections coming up. And I try to stay away from the politics. You guys know that, as far as Democrat, Republican, Independent, Green Party, Tea Party, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you my personal opinion, okay? I have not, okay, for the past, I don't know how many months, as soon as I found out that Biden was running on the Democratic ticket, I'm like, there's no way Trump is going to eat him alive. You know, Biden can't form a sentence, let alone a debate. And that's something to look at. I really don't see them having debates. I think they're going to chalk it up to, well, with the coronavirus and the blah, 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 blah. I think they're going to find some reason where they can't have debates. Because I'm sorry, whether you love Trump or you hate Trump, he tears people up. And he will demolish Biden. But anyway, yeah, when I found out that Biden, I'm like, why in the world would they pick Biden to run? Is it because he's the closest one to center? Because the Democratic Party as a whole has drifted so far left that they're out of touch with the majority of Americans? I don't know. But anyway, ever since they come out about running against Biden, I'm like, there's no way. There is absolutely no way that he's going to beat Trump. But just last week I was checking something after he named Kamala Harris his running mate. I was looking at some of the polls that were a week old or something. Like, all the polls had Biden winning. I'm like, what Twilight Zone world am I living in right now? Freaky Joe that can't keep his hands off nobody, okay? And you can say he's touchy-feely, okay? The dude's a freak, alright? Dude's weird, okay? And can't keep a train of thought. Literally, I mean, if you guys saw his live announcement at the onset of the coronavirus where he's looking at the camera and somebody in the background is telling him go, 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 go. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Sorry, had a postman stop right at the top of a hill. Had to get stoppy real quick. Anyway, yeah, he couldn't. He was staring at the camera, and you could hear his handler saying, "All right, go, 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 you know, go." And he's just like, "What? Now? Go to." It's like, come on, man. And if you're a Democrat, I do not mean, I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of Biden. I'm sorry, I am. He's got something wrong with him, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to hit on that too much because I don't want to. Truly, I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want this to become a big political fight because, as we all know, all politicians are politicians, and all politicians care about is getting reelected. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, it doesn't freaking matter, okay? But yeah, Biden is just like, what in the world is going on? So, yeah, and then this push with Pelosi, gotta give the post office money, gotta give the post office $25 billion. The post office has not broke even in I don't know how many years. And that's our tax dollars. That's our tax dollars. How is it that FedEx, UPS, what is the other one, DHL, all these privately run delivery services can do it affordably, can do it to where it's profitable, but our government-run U.S. Postal Service rather, is losing millions, if not billions of dollars a year. That makes no sense. So yeah, something's up with that. I don't know what it is. There are conspiracy theorists out there saying, well, they're going to do the mail-in ballot so that they can cheat the ballot and so that Biden can win, or whatever side you're on. So I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of weird crap, guys. All I can say is pay attention. Because, yeah, there's way too many red flags this year. Way too many. It's like something's up. The economy supposedly sucks, but the stock market's up, and the precious metals are up. The Federal Reserve just gave us $3 trillion to go out and give everybody to spend. Nobody's got jobs, but everything's looking good. It's like, whoa, wait a second. It's like something's up. So, yeah, I'll wrap it up. Tell us what you think. You guys watch my channel know I love the comments. Comments down below. And yeah, let's get some discussion going. What are y'all's thoughts? Yeah, crazy ideas. I don't care how crazy your idea is. Post it. I want to read about it. Okay. I won't make fun of you. Some of the other people might. I won't make fun of you though. So, but anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you after a while.